Welcome back, guys. Now that we have all the cutouts complete on our house, we get to start the process of sealing up all around all the steel window frames.
Yeah, and once that's done, we're actually going to work on framing our window openings. But before I do that, I have to actually change all the saw blades because the Hardy board siding did a number on those blades.
And once we get those wood window frames in, we just have to get them all flashed and ready for the windows to be installed when they get here. High five for good talking. That was a fun high five.
We're having to get creative with sealing this steel frame up because, as you can see, it's pretty much right up against the corner of the container. So the gap there is very small. So the caulk gun can't actually get all the way down up against the container. So what we did is we have a bunch of these little paint brushes around. And so what Spencer did was he went ahead and he just snipped off the very edge. So it's just pretty much a little tube. And then took some extra zip tape that we had and just connected it to the caulk gun. And that's able to go ahead and get all the way up in there and hopefully give ourselves a nice seal. Oh my gosh, this looks like a mess. But yeah, this is the only place that it's this close for sure.
Yeah, everywhere else it's going to be easy.
Yeah, it works.
A few moments later.
All right, this is a mess.
Totally backfired. Like, it worked on one side and then it just the stick, once it broke connection between the gun and the little extension, all it wants to do is come out of the tip here versus the tip of the little extension, and now it's just like getting in my hand.
We're over here thinking we got some darn building hacks and no. Oh my god. All right, this is what we're resorting to. Spencer now has a paint palette.
At least it smears nice.
I have to just show you what's happening right now. Okay, both you guys. Hello, baby. Okay. Okay, we need to scoot back, okay? It's looking a little scary out today. It's definitely a very rainy day, but that's why it's so nice having our deck overhang all done, because we can just pull the saw right up under there and get some work done.
Yeah, do you want to work on them?
You want to work on the wooden frames?
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. Did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
So before we get going today, we figured it'd be nice to answer a few questions that we frequently get asked. The first one is, what do we plan on doing with all the shipping container cutouts? So all the cutouts are currently right down here under the house.
And what we'll be doing with them is the cutout that we did for the back door under the porch overhang. We're going to actually be using that as a barn door. We're going to be making our own barn door for our master bedroom. And then possibly awnings over the south and west windows. But we have future projects, so we'll find uses for the other pieces. All right, so another question we get all the time is, why did we choose a shipping container home and wouldn't a stick build house or timber frame house be cheaper and easier? Where'd you come from?
We chose a shipping container home because we love the aesthetics, we love the idea of upcycling, and they are a strong steel box, so they are definitely storm-proof.
But wouldn't a traditional stick build or timber frame be cheaper and easier to build?
Well, yeah, most likely, but knowing that we were going to be spending so much time and money on this build, we wanted to build what we wanted to build, you know, not just what's the cheapest and easiest. So, and just the idea of being able to upcycle the containers and give them a second life was definitely appealing. The next question is, what about rainwater catchment?
Well, we are going to do rainwater catchment, but we put that on the back burner until we get further along on the inside. Once we get to the plumbing stage, then we'll start working on the whole rainwater catchment system. And our last frequently asked question is, will we still make videos once our house build is done?
Yes, we will. We have so many future plans and even some future builds that we want to do. So this is only the beginning. So hopefully that answered some of your questions, but now let's get back to the build.
Alright, so how we're flashing these windows is the exact same method as we did with the upper windows. We're just using the Henry's fluid applied flashing. With this fluid applied flashing, it is simply just a water and air barrier. So it'll help give this window a nice tight seal. I wonder if this tube has gone bad.
Is this a new tube?
Yeah. Let's see if I can even smear it out.
How would it go bad?
It's really tough. So apparently this tube of Henry's has already gone bad. We got several more, so let's try another one. You can tell it's gone bad because it's still tacky to touch, so it hasn't fully cured, but it's like it doesn't smear very well at all, and it's just a big mess right now.
Yeah, he put it down here and then he went to smooth it out with our little spatula and it just sticks to the spatula and just pulls it right up off the wood, which is not what's supposed to happen.
See how it just pulls up like that and doesn't smear? It's another bad
Tube.
tube.
No.
All right, so we think we figured out what happened, and we're pretty mad because I think it was our fault for sure.
Yeah, we have a whole box of this stuff. It's a case, which there's 12 in a case. Luckily, we got to use a whopping 2 out of that new case before they went bad. I'm pretty sure what happened was during the whole grinding process of cutting all the windows out, you got hot metal dust just flying around everywhere, and when I opened that box, there was tons of metal shavings and dust in it because we keep all our tools off into a corner, but obviously it was able to get inside that box and heat this up, which the manufacturer says to keep below, in areas below 80 degrees. So obviously it didn't take much to cause this to cure.
Yeah, because the product is great. I mean, we've used it a bunch on all of our windows and doors, and so, you know, that just doesn't happen. It doesn't just cure inside the tube for no reason. Yeah, I just hate feeling like we wasted money, but.
Wasted money and wasted time because now we're gonna have to reorder it.
But there's nothing we can do. And this actually brings us to a good point because this is just part of the reality of building your own home. You know, if you don't have experience like us, I mean, who reads all the different labels on the back of every single thing that they buy?
Yeah.
I mean, of course you should know not to have that stuff near, you know, where you're grinding and everything, but we thought we were doing something good by keeping that stuff in here in the house versus keeping it in the barn area that's all open. The reality of building your own home, you're gonna mess up a lot of stuff, like pretty much everything.
Yep, and it's going to take you much longer than you expect.
Oh my gosh, however long you think it's going to take you, like times it by 5 or something.
Tenfold.
Pretty much nothing ever goes to plan. I mean, we're so happy and grateful to be doing what we're doing, but it's just, you have to go into it each day with that mentality that like, no matter what happens, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna move forward, you know? Like we've made so many mistakes. Like it's not even funny. I mean, but I'm laughing because I'm just so sad. It's all good though. We're gonna just keep chugging along and keep going till we hit our next mistake.
When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
Just enthusiastic.
No, okay, go ahead.
I am an enthusiastic person. I am an enthusiastic person.
We get to start the process of sealing up all around all the steel frames.
We were both standing like this.
911, what's your emergency?
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Buckets. Yeah.
Baby, stop, you're making me very nervous.
I'm trying to see if there's a seal down there. I think there is.
That looks really scary. And start building the wood frames for all the windows because... Oh my god, something just flew out onto your shoe.
Oh my god, it's like to keep my head up without, it's like,
I know, I can tell you're like straining.
there's like sharp edges on,
You're breathing really heavy.
I'm like trying to keep my head up so I'm not touching the edges.
Hopefully there's no snakes down there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Can you get out of there? You're making me
I
nervous.
was like, watch, there's going to slither one out. It's going to make a great blooper.
Okay, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. I am very scared. The next question is, what about rainwater catchment? Is that good? Did I look like I had terror in my eyes?
Yes.
Because there is.
Don't. I said don't make any sudden movements. That's all I said. Just in case. All I said was don't. And you like. Look at Bear.
Yeah, he's showing you dominance. He's protecting me.